Okay, practice quiz problem for objective 3.02, where we're using algebra and looking at angle relationships when we have parallel lines. This is going to be a little bit of a tricky problem. So in this figure, FJ, EK, and OL, those three lines running, well, they look like they might be parallel. It's given that they are parallel. The measure of angle OCB equals 4x plus 10. OCB. OCB. Angle EBO equal 2x plus 20. EBO. So I'm looking and do I already see a relationship there? These lines are parallel to each other, and now I've got two angles that are both on the interior of these parallel lines, and they're on the same side of the transversal. These are same side interior. And same side interior angles are not congruent. They are supplementary. If that's hard for you to remember, then you could think about how 4x plus 10 would have its corresponding angle here. So then these angles are congruent. And then these angles add to 180, so that means that this same side interior angle must add to 180 with this one. So these two angles are supplementary. Okay, so in a minute we're going to write an equation where we add them and set them equal to 180. Now the next one, measure of PQO, 2y plus 31. PQO, 2y plus 31. And LQM, 4y minus 3. LQM, 4y minus 3. So here we see vertical angles, and vertical angles are congruent. So we won't say that they add to equal 180. They're congruent, which means they're the same, which means they're equal to each other. All right, so determine the value of y. So that's using these equations equal to each other. So we have 2y plus 31 equals 4y minus 3. And now inverse operations. We're going to subtract 2y from both sides. And when that's done, we have 2y. 4y minus 2y is 2y. And then we're going to add 3 to both sides. And we'll have 31 plus 3 is 34. So 2y equals 34. Now we'll divide both sides by 2. We'll get y equals 17. The angle relationship that we used to find y was vertical angles, which are congruent. Let's figure out what these angles are. So we're going to use that in a minute. So y equals 17. Plug that in here. 17 times 2 is 34. 34 plus 31 is 65. So both of these angles, both of these angles, which we said are vertical angles congruent, are 65 degrees. Okay, I'm not going to write that up here because it's too crowded to write that. But those are both 65. So from there, I can figure out, well, how much is this angle? So what's the relationship between this angle and this angle? We've talked about this a lot. Because these lines are parallel, we get these intersections that are like a screenshot of each other, and then at this same position is the same angle measure. So if this is 65, then jump here, this is also 65. And should be pretty clear that this and this add to equal 180. So angle KPH plus this 65-degree angle will equal 180. So if you subtract 65 from 180, you get 115 here. Okay, let's work with the x's. So we said that these same side interior angles are supplementary, so they add to equal 180. So that's, there's not a lot of space here, sorry about that. 2x plus 20 equals, sorry, my bad, not equal. 2x plus 20 plus 4x plus 10 equals a total of 180 degrees, these two angles that are supplementary. So this is 6x plus 30 equals 180. We subtract 30 from both sides, and now we have just 6x equals 180 minus 30 is 150. We divide both sides by 6, and we get x equals 150 divided by 6 is 25. Now we can figure out how big those angles are. So our 2x plus 20 angle, that's 2 times 25 is 50, then 50 plus 20 is 70. So this 2x plus 20 angle is 70 degrees. I'm going to write that under here. And then this 4x plus 10 angle, we could figure that out by subtracting 70 from 180. We can also figure it out by plugging in x equal 25. 4 times 25 is 100, plus 10 is 110. So either way, this angle is 110. Great. So we said that this and this are corresponding, so this must be 110. And we could say that this angle and this angle are vertical, so this is 70. So now we've got a couple more angles that need to be figured out. Sorry, come back down here. Make sure we answered this question. What angle relationship did we use to find x? That was here. That was same side interior angles. Which are supplementary. Okay, so a couple of these angles down here that we need to find, we've actually already filled in, and we'll go get the rest right now. So APB. APB, we've got it already, is 65. BAP. BAP, we haven't found that yet, but we can find it right now. Because we know that the total number of degrees in a triangle is 180. So some of that is already here. 70 plus 65 of that is already here. 70 plus 65, 135. So 135 of the degrees are already down here, and the rest is up here. So 180 minus 135 which equals 45 degrees. So angle BAP is 45, should have degrees here. Angle ABP, angle ABP, we already found that's 70 degrees. And then finally, angle GAH. So we just found that this one is 45, and now we have angle GAH. So what we have is what kind of angle relationship between this one, GAH, and the 45. These are vertical angles which are congruent. So that means that the measure of angle GAH is also 45 degrees. Makes me really excited to see you persisting through a problem at this level. This is right where you should be, and it's a great job.